Welcome to this video. This is about drawing maybe slightly thinner lips with a more pointy Cupid's bow. These lips also go into a crease at the side, and the upper lip also sort of goes into the mouth at the side. So I've tried to cover a few bases with this video. The other video deals with much more full lips that are full all the way to the edge of the mouth and where the edge of the lips doesn't go into a crease. Obviously, you might have some aspects of the other video and some aspects of this video. The other lips that I've drawn for the other video have much less of a pointy Cupid's bow, so you might have a less pointy Cupid's bow, but you might have lips that do go into a crease at the side of your mouth. I recommend watching both videos. Hopefully between the two videos I've covered most of the bases that you will need. I always start off drawing lips by drawing the actual mouth and then construct the lips around the mouth. If you try and draw the outside of the lips first and then add the mouth in later on, it kind of ends up looking like those lip shaped sweets that you buy. So look at the shape that your mouth makes, as in the bit of your face that opens, and draw that first. Next, what I do is I add a line, just a very, very light line. These lines will probably be rubbed out later on to suggest the bottom lip, and I very, very lightly sketch in the shape of the top lip and the Cupid's bow as well. I've also very lightly, and these will obviously not be lines later on, but I've very, very lightly indicated where the chin is and also where the philtrum is. The philtrum is the dent above your Cupid's bow. It's where all the different parts of your face come together in the womb. Hopefully you'll have been shown that video in class. It's a very, very important part of your face. Now you can see on the video that I have very quickly written highlight, shadow. Okay, so that's to remind you above the top lip you will need a highlight. Your top lip is usually in shadow. Your bottom lip usually has a highlight on it, and underneath your bottom lip there is usually a shadow there. It goes highlight, shadow, highlight, shadow. That's what's going to make your lips look 3D. It's what's going to make your lips look like they're sticking out of your face a little bit more. So initially you can see I've just added some smooth shading to the upper lip. And you may have spotted there that I have tried to rub out the outlines. So it's very, very important that you get rid of any outlines as you go. The next thing I've done is add some shadow underneath the bottom lip. Once again, it's just smooth shading. I haven't added any detail or texture or directional shading yet. So it's just very, very, very soft. But you can see as well that I've also removed the outlines. And in a way, I don't really need the outlines anymore. Now that the upper lip has some shadow and underneath the bottom lip has some shadow, you can see the shape of the lips appearing. Obviously, the lower lip is also going to have a shadow where your mouth opens, because obviously your lips are going into your mouth in the middle there, so you can see me adding the shadow for that. It's also important to add more tone to the side of the lips and the side of the mouth. Even the bottom lip, as I said, is mostly a highlight, but that's mostly going to be in the middle. So if you think about what people's lips look like when they're wearing lip gloss or shiny lipstick, there's a highlight in the middle. It's still going to be in shadow towards the edge. Now, a big mistake I often see year 8s do is leaving the lips not shaded in at all. So once again, even though the lower lip has a highlight, it still has some tone on it. So you can see that I'm adding that tone. You'd be surprised how many people draw lips with really harsh outlines and then they just leave them white, and it looks like they're wearing white lipstick with dark lip liner. So please, please, please don't just outline your lips and then leave them white. So you can see I'm adding tone to the lower lip. I would also use a rubber at the top of a pencil, you know, like one of the small erasers, to draw highlights on the Cupid's bow and to continue that highlight around the edge of the philtrum. You're drawing with your eraser. Okay, so whether it be the corner of a small eraser or an eraser that you have at the top of your pencil, so useful for drawing things like lips. Okay, so now that I'm happy with the overall use of shadow and highlights, lips have a texture. Okay, so that's going to be the next thing we are going to do. Once again, you can use your pencil and your eraser, but you need to add the kind of little lines that you get on your lips, the texture on your lips. I've sped the video up quite a lot because this was the bit that took the longest. But you'll be able to see that I'm using directional shading and I'm using mark making to add the little, I suppose they're little wrinkles really, but the little marks that you get on your lips. Okay, very, very important to get those in so it looks realistic. You can also see that I was looking very, very carefully to see where other highlights and shadows were. So there are some highlights on the edge of the bottom lip, on the top of the chin. You have to really, really look carefully in the mirror or at your photograph to see where's highlighted and where has some shadow, where can you see the texture. So there you have it. So this video was about how to draw a mouth with slightly thinner upper lip where the Cupid's bow is slightly more pointy, and where the upper lip kind of disappears into the mouth and even into a crease towards the side of the mouth. The other video has much more full lips. The Cupid's bow is not quite as pointy and the lips are full all the way to the edge of the mouth. I highly recommend watching both videos and then taking what you need from both videos. You might have to take some aspects of this video and some aspects of the other video in order to suit the mouth that you are drawing. But I hope you found this helpful. Thank you.